Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are on this planet. It's the FIBA 3x3 U18 World Cup 2024 edition in Debrecen, Hungary. You got to be excited. Today is the last day. So I know there's a bit of sadness. It's sweet and sour, but it's the day we've been waiting for. We're going to start with the quarterfinals in the women's bracket. Before that, we're gonna give you a quick reminder of the rules if you didn't know them. So you get the quick overview, and if you have any questions during the games, you can count on me to take care of you. Here is the bracket: Ukraine against China, then the US against Spain. That could have been a final right there. But they're going to meet up in the quarters, and I will explain to you why. Germany against Poland and Japan against Mexico. That's going to be a fun one as well. In the men's bracket, the US against the local favorites Hungary. That's gonna be a pretty interesting game. The one I have circled is France against Croatia. It's gonna be intense. Latvia against Ukraine, quite the physical matchup. And Germany will be matched up with Spain. That could have been a semifinal or after matchup, but it couldn't happen as Spain and Team USA were in the same group. So, check ball in 4 minutes. I'm going to explain to you everything that happened in the previous 4 days. So, stay put, get comfortable, get the popcorns ready, get something to drink because you're not going to get up off your seat. I'm telling you, you're going to stay put, sitting down. Vasilis Ribas telling the ladies to get ready for team introduction, and we're ready for the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the action. First quarterfinal of the women's competition. Ukraine against China. Let me first introduce you Team Ukraine. Number 2, Svetlana Polyantova. Number 4, Ella Sinyakova.
As we introduce Team Ukraine, Ukraine finished top of its group. Was in Pool A in the women's bracket, and Ukraine started off with a tough matchup against Mexico. They beat the Mexican ladies 18-14. Mexico dangerous until the very last minutes, but Ukraine managed to pull away to get the gain of a very precious victory in order to finish top seed in Pool A. And then they beat Thailand 21-11, and they finished the job against Morocco 22-7. But now it's a different story because we are talking about Team China, a very physical team, a very skilled and aggressive team. You have the two guards, Yang Qing Wang and Yang Ping Chen, shooting it with a vengeance from a distance. Obviously, you also have the size, the length, the strength, and the paint of Yukjon Lee, Xiaohao Liu. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Can the Chinese ladies slow down Taisia Bipovska and contain the inside presence of Elena Siniakova? Obviously, you also have the sweet outside shooting from Yelizaveta Ratsklova. Radlovska, as you see, Mohamed Yahya and Juana Posamai are two referees for this game. You kind of have the glue girl for Team Ukraine, Svetlana Polyantseva, who brings a much needed effort on both ends of the game to help Ukraine be quite ambitious in this competition. And guess what? It's the quarterfinals. It means do or die. You win, you keep going. You lose, you're out for good. No second chances. But one thing also that you got to keep in mind, if you win this game, then you have two chances at a medal. So obviously a lot of motivation for both teams. Team China was in the group play with India, Kyrgyzstan, and Japan. And what we expected to be a very, very intense matchup for top seed in the group between China and Japan ended up being a one-way road. Chinese ladies couldn't match up with the intensity and speed of Team Japan. Japanese ladies just took care of business, put on a show, and came away with the win. The ball is going to be given back to China. And let me remind you that Japan is the reigning bronze medalist. Chinese ladies were not present in last year's edition of the World Cup. This year they're coming back with the willingness to get some more iron. Nice hustle play right here. Taken to the right all the way. Yu Kyung Lee, first bucket of the day. I mentioned to you, can China slow down Elina Siniakova in the paint? Ukrainian lady's been dominant, but this lady right here, you gotta keep an eye out at all times. Wong has been spectacular all competition long. And Siniakova, back-to-back buckets for Team Ukraine. Wong, fifth leading scorer in this competition. After full play, Lee could not double down on her scoring, but she will earn a free throw. Nice drive. Just lacked a little bit of a finishing touch to get that bucket to go. So Wong, 24 points. She hit 9 two-pointers. Yes, you heard me right. 9 two-pointers. No one can even come close. Vapne from Latvia hit 7, and Siniakova just keeps on demolishing the Chinese paint right now. 3 buckets for her. She cleans the glass up. No one manages to box her out the paint. In the women's bracket, you still had some nice shooting display. Sarah Strong and close cut with both 7 two-point shot made, along with Vapne. But Wong, she's just on another level right now. And the quick trigger on target, but flat. Nice pass. But you cannot spoil dessert that way. Very unfortunate turn of events. China thought they were going to get back in the lead with a 2-point advantage, but no. Details matter. Siniakova with her first and only miss of the game. She would have got this one to go if she did not commit a travel right before that. Taking that baseline. Drawing the foul on Radlovska. Wong just keeps up with the good work. She rejects taking the screen. She goes opposite, attacks the baseline, and draws the foul. Defensive board. Beep, beep. See you later. Chen has also been so good in this competition. Very clean fundamentals. Ball moving. It's an open look. She follows her own miss. And Siniakova saves up the day, even though she kind of fell asleep on the box out assignment. Good thing she got the long arms to compensate for that mistake. And with 7 points in full play. Get it on the glass. The ball did not touch the rim. It's going to be the first TV timeout. I remind you guys the rules. Each game that you will watch today, each team has one team timeout they can ask at any time during the game. And we have 2 TV timeouts, one after the 7-minute mark and one after the 4-minute mark. Nice take from Vipovska. Vipovska has been so aggressive all tournament long. Wong a little bit off the mark. Vipovska, 11th on the scoring chart in this event. Scored 22 points in 3 games of action. And Siniakova not far behind with 18. The dynamic duo for Team Ukraine. Can they put it off? Beautiful dish wraparound lefty with the bounce. Perfect feed for a perfect play. Lukian Lee makes sure that she gets the bucket. Unless it was Liu. I'm not sure. I'm going to see that again. Yes, it was Liu, I believe. No, it was Lee. I'm not mistaken. It was Lee. We go with that patent. Fake screen. But it didn't work out. Open look. Fast break 2. And the ball rims out. Chen draws the foul. Ukraine missing assignments right now on the box out. Right here, it was Polyantseva falling asleep. This time, no luck getting a block. Chen misses the free throw badly. Nice feed. Polyantseva finds Radlovska and Ukraine back within 2. Mid-range on the baseline, right off the face-off. Pretty good shot from Liu, and Vipovska gathered herself properly but couldn't get enough lift. And the hang time, Chen takes her sweet time, lets the defender fly by, gets the bucket. China up 3. Not a high-scoring game, obviously. We're talking about the quarterfinals. It doesn't matter how you win. There is no ugly win when you get to the knockout. coming off. Wide open. The whistle is unfortunate for Team China because you heard the sound of the net. Wong would have had another one. But the 2-point shot counts. Ooh, the timing of the foul call and the shot being simultaneous. That's a huge turnaround for China. Because not only does the bucket count, but they keep possession of the ball. And when things can get worse, they do for Team Ukraine. The bucket right off the bat. Siniakova trying to weather the storm. This is in who other than Elena Siniakova. Foul drawn, second team foul against China. Ukraine battling back. Knocks it down. Fast break two. Yokyung Lee. Ice in her veins. Chinese coach getting hyped up. That's the big one right here. What I like about the Chinese ladies, they're not afraid to pull the trigger fast. Play with the spirit of the game of 3x3. Nice hustle. Polyamtseva does not get rattled after she missed. Wong missed the travel. And there's still a whole lot of 3x3 to be played in this game. Ukraine not having its best game, but still in position to make up the gap. Siniakova was expecting a call, and that's a bad outlet pass from Liu, turning it over. Second TV timeout, or is it somebody? No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna be the second TV timeout yet. So who called it? Didn't quite catch whether it was Ukraine or China. See, Siniakova towers over everybody. So warning against China for coaching. Warning against China for rushing the opponent after the check pass. Good hands, good defense by Chen. Siniakova still manages to draw the foul on Liu. Liu caught red-handed for the reaching foul. So TV timeout. And one thing that this TV timeout puts forward as something to always keep in mind is whoever called the timeout, I'm not sure if it was Ukraine or China who called the timeout right before the TV timeout, but they did at the 4-minute mark and 3 seconds. I remind you, the first dead ball after the 4-minute mark is an automatic TV timeout. So calling the timeout at 4:03 is not the best strategic, just saying. Beautiful move. And even more beautiful finish with the left. Bipovska. Wong. Quick trigger. Good hustle from Lee. Lee drawing the foul. Bipovska cannot believe it. It's a bit of a generous foul. There is a bump, but the game of 3x3 is a bit more physical, as you already know. Most important is for the game to be called the same way on both sides. So as long as we have no complaints with that, there is nothing to say. China with the big break, up 5. And Polyanseva try to draw the foul. Great hustle. Bipovska draws the 14th foul against China. Technical foul against China for coaching. Nice feed inside. Nyakova. Too dominant. And Lee tried to double down to make up for the ground given inside. And Sinyakova goes right back at her. And this time, for the first time, Gokhan Lee wins that matchup. Nice. The double shimmy of the triple threat. Wong gets the bucket, and Chen steals it. Will take it and go all the way. Chen, big bucket. China now has possession of the ball, being up 5. Neither team is in the bonus right now. Both teams have one more foul to give. Wong coming up. Free at the top. Great execution. The dagger giving them a 7-point lead. And no response on the other end. Nice lob pass though. Gonna be an and one. Liu, a bit late. Sinyakova, the only bright spot offensively, responsible for pretty much anything that went well for Team Ukraine in this game. Misses the free throw though. Trying to go for the kill shot, Chen. Foul will be against Ukraine. 16 fouls apiece. Both teams now in foul trouble. Our pass was a good idea. The execution was not good enough. Chen, well contested. So now we know the timeout that was requested before the second TV timeout at the 4-minute mark and 3 seconds was requested by China. Ukraine now requesting its only timeout of the game. Bipovska went off, unfortunately. Probably not going to be enough for Team Ukraine. Bibowska will take. Time is of the essence. Wong for the kill shot. Wong has a flamethrower of an arm. Already 11 two-point shots converted since the beginning of this tournament. And Lee with the beautiful feed on the hand for Liu. Wong was not going to commit a foul. China 2 points away. Great love pass. And Lee feeding Liu once again. Big-to-big connection working to perfection for China. At the best of times, she will have 2 chances to send China to the semi. Ladies, bonus, free throws. Second time is not a charm. Under a minute, can Ukraine make the impossible happen? Bibowska gets away a little bit with a push-off. Wong will go all the way, but no! The ball rimming out. Bibowska for 2. And apparently she didn't clear. That is cruel. So the left foot was cleared, but apparently the right foot was on the line for the referee to make that call. That is cruel for Ukraine. They're still in this thing. Radlovska. Short. Snyakova misses once. Will not miss twice. There won't be enough time. Wong. Pulling up on Bibowska. Time running out. 4 seconds left. Greenwood did an absolute miracle. And China goes to the semifinal. Ukraine battled. Snyakova was irreproachable. There was simply not enough help to match up with Team China. All-around effort from the Red Ladies. Pretty exciting first game. Obviously, when you deal with the quarterfinals, the knockout round just add that extra spice. The US will be matched up with Spain in the quarterfinals. Unfortunate turn of events for the Spanish ladies, matching up with the heavy favorite of this competition. We're talking about a monster of a matchup for Team España. The US simply dominant. 21-5 against Egypt, 21-11 against Latvia, 21-6 against New Zealand, and wait for it, 21-4 against Poland. You heard it. Poland finishing second of the group with 3 wins in 4 games. But Team USA simply unbeatable, it seems. Team USA dealing with the sad injury of Ariana Robertson, with the trio remaining, made up of Jasmine Davidson, Sanaya Hall, and Sarah Strong, is just one for the ages. Those ladies have no weakness. They can shoot that thing. They can dribble drive on anybody. They're obviously very strong, but the length defensively makes it such a tough task for the opponent to get the bucket. Now, let's talk about Team España. Very, very good team. And if there's one team that I think would be capable of challenging a bit Team USA, that's the one. They got size, they got strength, they got athleticism, and outside shooting. So it's going to be interesting. Spain beat Turkmenistan 21-4. They lost against Germany 12-11. Germany managed to take that one away from Spain in the last seconds of the game. And after that, you had the matchup against Team France. Went down to the wire, and Spain won 2018 to knock out the reigning silver medalist France. Brigitte Shabaya-Coscato and Julian Cabrera are 2 referees for this second quarterfinal of the day. Who will meet up with Team China? Who can spoil the journey for Team USA in search of a 6th, let's say it again, 6th crown in a row, 6th gold medal, crown in 2017, 19, 21, 22, 23. Who can do it? Who will? That's a big question mark. We're going to find out. There's a game to be played. You don't know until you know. When you talk about individual accolades, Sarah Strong, who was, before the tournament even started, my favorite or potential MVP of this tournament, Sarah Strong did not disappoint. 29 points in 4 games, 7 2-pointers made. But watch out. Davidson, not far behind with 25 points. That's what you're talking about. Sanaya Hall, 19 points. Davidson misses. August Martin dealing with a whole lot of length with the contest. Jasmine Davidson will not miss again. 1-zip. Rivas Palmer sees the ball deflected. Sarah Strong gives it up in the corner. Too much protein on that shot. It's going to be interesting to see if Team Spain will be able to handle the matchups, both on offense. Sarah Strong, nice kick out. Sanaya Hall knocks it down. The danger comes from everywhere. I told you, there is no weakness in this Team USA. You got to play the perfect game if you want to give yourself a shot. Nice take. Mananogues Martin. Played really good. Davidson misses for the second time close to the cup. That's unexpected. Nice flash. Miscommunication defensively. That's the way you got to challenge Team USA. You got to have a scheme. Confuse them defensively. Spinning, fading away. Davidson, 1 for 4 so far. Nogues Martin trying to use speed against Sarah Strong. She's not buying any of it. For Team Spain, you got the dynamic duo of Rivas Palmer and Nogues Martin. Both ladies with 22 points after full action. And you also have Rubiaga Araujo and Garcia Monjes with 13 apiece. So, as you could expect from a top-level team, danger comes from everywhere. Nice feed, nice hook shot, but no sugar. Sarah Strong pulling up on Rivas Palmer. Naya Hall, mid-range. And right now, Team España keeping the game close. And that's going to be a foul drawn. Sarah Strong a little too eager to reject this shot attempt. There is a lot of contact on the forearm before making a play on the ball. Garcia Monje can tie things to 3 apiece. No one has been that close to Team USA. Close to the 3-minute mark played so far in this competition. Mismatch City, Sarah Strong. Unguardable down low for Nogues Martin. Lob City, great pass. Naya Hall with the assist. Good inside position from Sarah Strong. Converted. Nogues Martin triggered a bit late, and Rivas Palmer gets battled for the rebound. Sarah Strong, no elevation on that shot, and he commits another foul. 13th foul against Team USA. So Team USA playing with no sub, I remind you. That could be a factor. You never know. Potentially have 3 games to play. Let's see how they fare in that first one. Ball inside. Sarah Strong going twice. Nogues Martin gets timed up perfectly by Sarah Strong. And the ball earned back. Good box out. Davidson secures possession for Team USA. We got the first TV timeout. Obviously, right now, Team Spain is doing a good job. And you have to understand that Team USA hasn't matched up with a team built physically to give them some trouble. Rivas Palmer has nothing to envy size-wise and length-wise to the American ladies. She is an impactful player on both sides of the court. Garcia Monje is lengthy. So is Subiaga Rojo. That's the reason why Team USA has not made all these easy shots right now. They have to work a little bit harder. Open look. Foul from Jasmine Davidson. 4th team foul against the US. Nice. Rivas Palmer. Not enough softness on the finish. Sarah Strong. Nice driving kick. Sanaya Hall misses though. That's an open look. She needs to take it. And Rivers Palmer with the offensive board. 5-3. Missing again, Jasmine Davidson, but there's a late call on the plate. Foul probably on the Rivas Palmer. Helping out. Davidson misses the free throw. She's gonna have an open look. 2 is better than 1, isn't it? 5-point lead. It's not a good pass from Nogues Martin. Fast break city. Great court awareness by Davidson. Fitting Naya Hall inside. And another great pass from Sarah Strong. Just like that. Things are looking much better. Team USA. Bucket converted. The shot missed by Monke. Rivas Palmer. Too long. 6-point lead, but the ball recovered. From Spain. You see, out of bounds. Long range. Nogues Martin. It's no love, but they got to keep shooting. Nice fake. Rivas Palmer all the way draws a foul. Look at back to 5-point game. Nice move. Trying yet another foul. 4th team foul against Team Spain. Naya Hall knocks down the free throw. Good flash. Good recovery. Viagarojo trying to sneak one past the American defense at Davidson, was having none of that. No team so far in this competition has taken Team USA the length of a full 3x3 game. They've always won way before the 10-minute mark. Sarah Strong mishandles it a little bit. And the good cut from Davidson. Trying the foul. The 5th one against Team España. Davidson will not miss this one. Nogues Martin gets the ball moving around. That's a tough shot right in the grill of Sarah Strong. Muy bueno. Garcia Monge. And good defense by Nogues Martin. Resisting down low against Sanaya Hall. All ball. Sarah Strong Probably gonna catch and shoot. Maybe go one dribble pull up. Less than 3 seconds. She's gonna play one-on-one. One dribble pull up it is. She misses. Rivas Palmer. Too strong. 5-point game. Good hands. Rivas Palmer with the steal. August Martin speeds up. Draws the 16th foul against the United States. How about that? One free throw. Come back within 4 points. Team USA at the second TV timeout mark. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. Told you, if there was one team that I believed had the makings of a solid contender and potential head scratcher for the US, it was Team Spain. Just because of the athleticism and length of that roster, no one has been able to match up with the American ladies. And España is doing a good job. August Martin misses. You want to win, you cannot miss. Foul against Rivas Palmer. Very strong. Feels unguardable. Shows that she is. Favorable matchup for her down low against Garcia Monge. Viagra put in jail. Sarah strong. She's so strong. And you see Ariana Robertson cheering on her teammates. She wants that gold just as bad as the others. 6-point lead, and in times of need, just give the ball to this lady you call Sarah. She'll take care of business for you. Going right back. Sarah Strong dumps it off, catch, no splash. Foul on the box out against Sanaya Hall. The true greatness of this roster for Team USA, anybody could be the difference maker at any moment in any game. Jasmine Davidson has been impressive. Sanaya Hall doing it all. And Sarah Strong, just impeccable since the beginning of this tournament. Think about the fact that Ariana Robertson was just as impressive before the injury. Most dominant inside presence that we've seen so far with a see the almost turnover, not a turnover. That's going to be one of the craziest plays, but this ball eventually gets deflected. You had a Sinyakova from Ukraine and Rivas Palmer. These are the three players inside as Sarah Strong dominates on both ends. I'm not going to just put her inside. I'm going to put her as overall dominance, just like Michaela Williams last year. Naya can't knock it down. 9-point lead. Team USA pulling away. Great fundamentals. Nice move, Rivas Palmer. Responding to the challenge. Davidson pulls up on her. No bueno. Nice. Fake handoff. Rivas Palmer. And yes, it's a good call. Right on the wrist. No ball touched. Rivas Palmer misses the free throw. If España wants to shock the world, they're going to have to knock down those freebies. Right now, they've been quite inefficient at it in this game. Missing once again. Got to take it. He got rejected. Foul against Davidson. So another pair of free throws coming up for Garcia Monge. Everybody showed up to follow the action day 5. This U18 3x3 World Cup. Monke knocks it down. Imagine if Nogues Martin and Rivas Palmer did not miss all these free throws. Score could have been quite different. And another missed free throw from Garcia Monge. Palmer got her hands on it, but couldn't secure it. Naya Hall, too strong. You can hear Ariana Robertson giving a lot of energy to her team. We can hear her on the mic. Nice cut. Naya Hall falling asleep. Defense and great fast break. 6-point game. We're gonna be too little too late. Almost another steal, but almost doesn't get it done. Well, Davidson. So another pair of free throws coming up, but it's going to be seemingly too little too late for Team España. Too many free throws missed. If you want to have any chance at beating Team USA, you got to do much better. Timeout requested by the United States. Watch some highlights. Four seconds left. Great move. Off balance, finishing at the cup. And Rivas Palmer showing a nice touch once again. Team Spain is going to come up short. Driving kick, Sanaya Hall, short. August Martin, off target. And this will be it. Sarah Strong won't even shoot it. No need to. Team USA challenged for the first time in this competition, as I expected them to be against Spain, but Spain simply missed too many free throws. 7 free throws missed, won't get it done against the United States. You got to play the perfect game. And we have our first semifinal set in the women's bracket, and we're gonna now take a look at the men's bracket, as we will have our first quarterfinals with the United States being matched up with local favorites, Hungary. We are in Debrecen. They are gonna want to be showing out in front of their home crowd. Friends and family showed up, even though it's still mid-afternoon local time, 3:33 p.m. And the sad anecdote for the U.S. delegation is that they both, talking about both men's and women's team, suffered an injury. Obviously, Ariana Robertson has the worst of the two, but Amir Jenkins Jr. that you see here sprained his left wrist badly, and he hasn't been able to participate in this event after his injury in the first game of action. He had the time to get a quick pair of buckets, and he unfortunately had to remain on the sideline after that. USA has been quite impressive. Armenia and Ogden went on a crazy scoring tear. 33 for Armenia and 28 for Ogden. Both members of the top 4 scorers in this competition. For Hungary, you can count on Luce. You see with the number 44 right here, close to the left. kid has balled out for Team Hungary. 20 points for him in 3 games. Nice energy. Hungary is going to be outmatched athletically and physically against a bigger, longer, lengthwise American squad. We see our 2 referees, Yuri Lesar and Kwana Pasamai, ready for the action in the men's bracket. I just don't see right now Hungary having enough scoring power to compete with Team USA. It's going to be interesting also if defensively they manage to keep all the offensive boards and outside the paint, Kaminia and Ogden. I don't really see it, but I'm looking forward to see the Hungarian squad try it. The main key for Hungary, if they want to shock everybody, is to go crazy from 2-point land. They have to give away or give out so much energy defensively. They're going to have to put tremendous ball pressure on the Americans if they want to have any shot at it. And then offensively, you just got to let it fly, baby. Shoot that thing. Don't think about it twice. Because if you do, I know a few guys on this American roster that won't double guess it. Snake action. Kingston Flemings. Bang, bang. I just told you. Won't be afraid of shooting that thing. Nice dish. Not a nice finish. Varga gets it down. 2-1. Talked about Ogden and Kaminia, but this boy right here, Flemings, spectacular. Both defensively and offensively. He has trampolines instead of calves. He's a very unselfish player. Very smart. Doesn't force anything. Keen on passing the ball to his teammates. Gotta love it. Knocks down the free throw. 3-1 lead for Team USA. Miscommunication defensively gets paid in full. And they make up for it with the fast break. 2 in the corner from no other than the leading scorer, Armenia. Rush trying to match. You got to understand the talent that we're talking about. Those kids are top 100 talent in the US. Flemings, too easy. Rush. Unsuccessful on the finish. Nice. Flemings tries to give 2 back for the 1 conceded. Rush. Had the shot on the step back. Try to step through again. Not a good idea. And Bo Ogden. Sweet outside shooting. Ogden has offers from great schools in the NCAA, such as Texas, SMU, Tennessee, Purdue, Providence. Number 14, Kaminia. He's the big dog on the squad, I tell you that. His last five, which you will pick, from which you will pick Duke, Carolina, Arizona, Gonzaga, UCLA. If you know NCAA basketball, I mean, it's top notch. Creme de la creme. Foul. Defense, Flemings. It's all moving. Kamenia. Makes Varga jump. Gets the and 1. Simply too skilled, too tough. As expected, Hungary is struggling to contain physically a very lengthy and athletic USA squad. Luce try to sneak one past Kamenia, not happening. Kamenia right back to the cup. Spin action with the finish. You got to take that shot. Ooh, got him slipping. Got him slipping. Close out. Yup. Nice take. Couldn't get the bucket for the highlight, but he drew the foul. 13 foul against the US. It's going to be only one free throw. Knocks it down. Yenge keeps Hungary within 7. Flemings. Good defense by Varga. Close to the first TV timeout. The US well on its way to a 21-point win, having scored already 11. Flemings. Called for the foul along with Luce. Double foul. Rush. Nice running around action to get an open look from the top. There you go. Well executed. I like that. And Kamenia right back at them. But this is well done. You got to come up with more of those. Stay alive. Of 6-point lead for the US. Mijarosh off target. The rebound by Bo Ogden gives it up. Kumenia locked in. Flemings, cookies, elevation for the slam. This USA squad just has another gear. Yeah. Can't be punching the ball after this. We're going to get a warning. Kingston Flemings has his top 5 schools being Gonzaga, Texas Tech, Texas, Arkansas, Ogden up the mark, and Minya going with the left. It'll be tough. Varga, nice take. The Hungarian boys competing. You got to think that in the 2025 class, Flemings is top 23. That lets you know. Bo Ogden missing. 1-point game. Mejarosh tries to bully his way to the cup. Flemings is having none of it.
Hungary, 64.
Flemings matched up with Luce. Romania, too strong. That was the fear that I had for Hungary. The physical matchup, close to the cup. Complicated. That's going to be the second time that there's a delay of game in the half circle. Flemings and company caught red-handed in with their hands in the cookie jar. You cannot guard your opponent in the half circle or intervene in the half circle after a made basket. Jarosh makes it. Say, going baseline. That's a tough shot. Flemings with the board. Romania. Gets his own mishandle, if I can call it that way. Would have been better off taking the fade away. Getting back close to Flemings was not the good look. And Comenia saying, look, man, too little for me. Not trying to be unfair, but it is the way it is. Calling chameleon. Ooh. Catch and cash. Flemings way short. And that's going to be a little too late for Team Hungary. Varga trying to go back to back. Nice attack, finishing with the right hand. Using the body as protection. 7-point game, but Team USA 1 bucket away. Romania. And another one. Great contest by Bo Ogden. And Comenia already had his mind made up. Turns it over. Flemings did not go for the back door. Varga, nice drive and kick. Luce, yay. One game. And Comenia forcing this one up. Flemings, just a pass defensively. He's going to take it all the way, but misses. A strong take right at Bo Ogden. It's going to be the 7th team foul. Actually, it's a double foul. Double foul between Bo Ogden and Luce. Second TV timeout, and Team USA a bit complacent in the last 2 minutes. I tell you one thing. I have a feeling that Bo Ogden was a bit underused in this game. Comenia spectacular early on, kind of forced things up later on in the game. They are living off his one-on-one ability a little bit too much, as Flemings and Comenia were unsuccessful in finishing close to the basket their last attempts. Hungary kind of creeped back up. Nothing to worry about in my humble opinion, as I don't expect this game to last much longer, but you just never know. Another missed layup from Flemings was a wide open opportunity for Hungary. Romania had enough of that. Game over. Good showing for Team Hungary. They fought, they tried, they were simply outmatched. First team in the men's bracket to reach the semi, the United States. Second quarterfinal in the men's bracket is going to be Croatia against France. Very interesting matchup. France finished top of its group, but almost got upset by Ukraine, as Ukraine took the last pool game away, or a team France that maybe got a little bit complacent late in the game, committing some silly turnovers and giving the ball back too easily to a very scrappy Ukrainian squad. In the end, Ukraine hits the game winner and gets the buzzer beater to knock Slovenia out of the tournament. Slovenia, reigning bronze medalist, not even in the quarterfinals this year. France will now face a very dangerous team, Croatia. Croatia finished second of full action, getting beat by Latvia 19-15. Latvia cleaned up the plate with a perfect 3-0 record. Will be action. Keep an eye out for Zakaria Mishirgi and Maxime Cario. Even though the French squad is a very balanced and dangerous squad, the scoring can come from everywhere. Mishirgi, fifth leading scorer after full action with 27 points. Robert and Maxime Cario, both with 13. The team Croatia. The man you see with number 6, Roko Cetina. Very aggressive. 18 points after 3 games of action. And Uroš Brkić not far behind with 14. You also have a Vito Mlatak, who can knock it down from a distance with efficiency. He went on a goal streak against Latvia. I want to say that all of the Croatian squad went on a goal streak against Latvia. Brigitte Chabai Cascoto and Julian Cabrera are 2 referees for the second quarterfinals of the day in the men's bracket. 4th game overall. After this one, we're going to have the first part of the semifinal bracket done. We'll have another set of 4 games with the other 4 quarterfinals in both the men's and women's bracket after a short break. But let's not talk about a break now. Let's focus on what's at hand. Tranovic for Team Croatia with 12 points, a very balanced Croatian team. France simply has been a bit more efficient, knocking down the long twos. And Mishirgi has simply been impressive. France starts up with the ball. First turnover, Mishirgi trying to find the cut. Back door. Not happening. Tranovic. Beautiful move with the spin. And France answering right back. You got to be more focused on the transition. Turnover. Don't even have to mention his name. Rone Robert. Putting France on the scoreboard, and Mishirgi, fed by Maxime Cario, bumps the lead up to 2 once again. Tough shot. Box out by Maxime Cario. Robert, Filiov. Pushing it back from Mishirgi. First foul against France. Brkić. Open. Brkić. Knocks it down. I told you I had this game circled. I expected to go insane with the intensity. Both teams are very dangerous. And both teams a dark horse or a medal. Brkić. Good read. Felt Mishirgi too high on his feet. Standings too straight. Attack that middle. Brkić all the way. Croatia takes the lead for the first time. Well, for the first time. Technically the second time. They were leading 1-0. Right here, Maxime Cario stepped on that baseline. Brkić gives it up to Mlatak. Great cut. Croatia leading by 2 for the first time in this game. Very early, obviously. Debrecen gives it up to the shooter. Team Cario. Debrecen getting warned for excess presence in the half circle. Can't prevent your opponent from freely getting the ball to transition it. I like Debrecen's shoes, guys. Great colorway. Reminds me of the AIs back in the day, the Reeboks. You know what I'm talking about. Shout out to you. Ooh, cookies. Debrecen. Heard me talk about him. Caio got his own miss, and Monsieur Guy missing. Not once, but twice. Stayed with it, though. Katina all the way. Team Croatia is tough. It's a team that will attack the driving lane like their lives depend on it. Six apiece. This game can go either way. Believe that. Whoever will make the least mistakes will take this one home. Katina with the offensive board, drawing the 4th team foul against France. And we'll have a free throw. Yep. The body contact, the push, as he was in the air from Orne Robert. Rocco Chitina, the MVP for Team Croatia, as we see the beautiful move, but the bad finishing touches. And what could have been a masterpiece from Orne Robert. He's going to draw the foul, though, earning himself a free throw. I was talking to you guys about Rocco Chitina, who was so impressive last summer at the U17 Europe Cup. Croatia with the surprising gold medal, but I tell you what, as you see those kids here at the U18 World Cup now, a year later, you kind of see why they're successful. Nice human action, executed to perfection. Mlatak, respected player for his 2-point shot ability, drew the defense, and Croatia is going to get a warning for behavior. You cannot over contest, even though I understand the frustration. It's kind of a soft call. I understand. But you got to deal with the decision, because in the game of 3x3, sometimes you get some bad calls against you, and sometimes you get some bad calls for you. And usually it evens out. Monsieur Guy rushing to kick it out. Tranovic gives it up to Mlatak. Croatia up 4. Maxime Cario, the mid-range. Also, if there's one thing that we need to mention, the referees have been impeccable all tournament long. Backdoor flash. Chitina can't finish in the great hustle by France. Maxime Carriot hesitated between two options. Eventually made the decision to shoot it up. Mlatok saves it. 3 seconds. He's going to have to shoot it, but he steps out of bounds. And momentum clearly in favor of the Frenchman. I'm not sure about that one. Did the ball bounce on the line? The feet were off the line for sure, so it probably was the ball. Carriot. No love off the glass. That was a nice move though. Granovic with the good feed. Brikic was wide open. France in foul trouble. Can no longer commit any foul. Between Granovic, Euro stepping his way, getting away from Mishergi to give Croatia back a 3-point lead. And Debrecen defensive pressure got Brikic off balance. Turnover. Hey. Got some people in the stands that are familiar. Sangoye, shout out to him. Going to animate the World Tour right after this World Cup, and Debrecen rejects for a Maxime Carriot. Big bucket. The dagger to tie things to the 13 apiece. France not going anywhere. Brikic forcing one up. And France in position to take the lead back. Mid-range special, but the ball so cool. Rimming out. Ooh, the in and out. Mlatok! What a move! The in and out, and then he went right to the opposite of his opponent, completely off balance. The contortionist with the crazy finish. Huge play as France committed the 7th team foul, which means 2 free throws. This is the first. One for 2. And Maxime Carriot throws up a brick. René Robert throws up a swish. 15 apiece. The ball deflected. René Robert touched it. Second TV timeout. That's a huge bucket. 2 French guards. Maxime Carriot and Pierre René Robert coming up with big buckets to give France the hope of getting into the medal round. With 2 chances at it. You understand why I had this game circled, right? You understand now. 15 apiece with just under 4 minutes left. And Mlatok won't get a call. Maxime Carriot, no. Debrecen with the push in the back. 8th team foul. Warning against France for behavior. We're only seeing the end, so There is no comment from me on this call, obviously. Can't see what actually went down. The replay is too late. We need to see what happened as the shot unfolded so that we see the battle for position. Mlatak missing once again on the free throw line. And he misses another free throw, 1 for 4. That is unfortunate for Croatia, but that gives hope to Team France. Hajdú-Bihar with the shooter's role. Janovic sees the ball. Chetina. Chetina sees the ball deflected by Meshergi. Four seconds. Mlatak will probably ISO mode. Nice move. Strong move. But another missed layup. Mlatak spoiling dessert. Not only on the free throw line, but the layup line. And just like that, with the free throw coming up for Debrecen, France can slowly but surely pull away. If Croatia loses this game, Mlatak is going to have a lot of regrets. I tell you this. Debrecen missing. Rikic, tough shot. And Petrovic can't secure the board. Maxime Carriot! So clutch, and he steals it. That could be the backbreaker for Croatia. Hajdú-Bihar with the N1. Team France. Too tough. Croatia shot itself in the foot multiple times. Hajdú-Bihar can bring France within 1 point of the win, but France has been there before against Ukraine. Will they make the same mistake? And Mlatak missing yet another layup. He's done the hardest twice. Meshergi for the win. Meshergi denied. 2 minutes 30 is a long time. And Chetina going twice. Missing twice. Mlatak, the foul against Meshergi. France needs to stay composed and keep the game simple. Croatia has no more foul to give. Who will finish the job? Maxime Carriot will finish the job. Maxime Carriot is not going to miss two. Let me tell you right now, this game is done. Finito. Cooked. See you later. Team France wins it and joins the semifinal party. Don't smile too fast, because it's Team USA waiting for you. That's going to be a great game. You're not going to want to miss. Team Croatia, competitive, no cigar. We're going to leave you with some highlights right now. after 4 games. Here is the bracket in the men's section with the United States and France set up to meet in the semi. Coming up is Latvia against Ukraine and Germany against Spain. We're going to have another pair of great quarterfinals in the men's bracket. So, will those matchups be exciting in the women's bracket? We're going to have a very short break. I'm talking about very short, just a few minutes. So, don't go anywhere. We're coming right back with Germany, Poland in the women's bracket, and you don't want to miss that. As a matter of fact, you don't want to miss anything. You know that, right? So, in just a few minutes, check ball 4:30. You are warned.
A legfontosabb hozzávaló már a kezemben, most a jackpot játékot fogjuk játszani, nem tudom, emlékszel rá. Jó, elmondom a szabályokat. Nagyon hasonló egyébként a szerencsekerék játékokhoz. Ha nézed kivetítőt, akkor illusztráljuk is neked. 3-3-3, ha ezt kitörök, akkor egy kis ajándékot kapsz. XXX szintén kis ajándék. A 3x3-ra pedig, amit mindjárt szintén megmutatunk, erre kapod meg a nagy ajándékunkat. Tehát a következő a helyzet, 60 másodpercig van, a büntető vonalról kell dobni, akárhányszor gyorsanak szerzel, megállítjuk az órát, pörgetünk egyet, és meglátjuk, hogy szerencsét lesz-e vagy sem. Oké. Jött a taps, kedves közönségünk, Kolzsák számára, szeretném jackpotot elérni, dobja, hiszen már 3 másodperccel van, oké, szabad a quiz. Úgy látom, nekem nem igazán van időre szükséggel, egyből várjuk egy kicsit, hiszen most felnézünk a táblára, hiszen lehet, hogy rám is kapsz egy ajándékot. Sajnos ezt nem lehet, dobunk tovább, semmi baj. Ez nem jó. Én ezt már egy kicsit megláttam, de még egy kicsit finom hangolás kell. Így is van, megvan a finom hangolás. Most pedig reménykedik abban, hogy szerencsét lesz. 3-3-3, ez egy szokni már számodra. Majd átveszünk, hogyha megáll az időszak, könnyen lehet, hogy még tudod gyarapítani a nyereményeik számát. 38 másodperc. Ott is van, szalmagadnak, Krisz. Na lássuk! Sajnos ez semmi, hát semmi baj, lehet tovább próbálkozni. Gyerünk, kedves közönségünk, egy kis hangot. Nem rosszak ezek a próbálkozások, sőt, hogy maga a dobó mozdulat is kiváló. Palánkról nagyon jó lesz, mondjuk meg kellene volna mondani, hogy a írottan kosaras szabályok alapján, de hát ilyen szabályok szerencsére nincsen itt a jackpot játékban, viszont ez megint nem lehet, úgyhogy lehet tovább próbálkozni. 20 másodperc. Nagyon jó volt, még 11 másodpercet, talán 2 büntetőpercnél. 2 másodperc. Az sem jó, és sajnos lehet, hogy idő volt rá. Remekül játszottál, a tapsot mindenképp megérdemled, és így a nyereményed. Egy eredeti 3x3-as dobni. Na szintén még egyszer meg az oldalon át, hogyha valaki belelkesedett. Hölgyet szeretnék elsősorban. Is there anyone in the crowd who wants to play with me? No, not really. Oh, here you go. Okay, please come. Welcome to the jackpot game. Please introduce yourself. Ramona, magyar vagy Ramona? You're Hungarian? Okay. Hát ezek szerint Ramona vagy egy kicsit megtévesztett az egyenlőségével, viszont 60 másodperc, ugye akkor nem kell elmagyaráznom még egyszer, azért szívesen megteszem, ha erről van szó. 60 másodperc alatt minél több büntetőt kellene bedobnod, minden alkalommal a kosarat szerzel, megállítjuk az órát, felnézünk, hogy szerencsét lesznek, és nagyon reméljük, hogy sok szerencsét lesz. Oké, ahogy eldobod az első labdát, el is indítjuk az időt. 3, 2, 1, és kezdhetjük is. Ramona az első elhibázta, viszont második sem rossz. Jól megyek, hogy marad. Adom is a gólpaszt. Ezt értékesíteni kell. Majdnem jó volt. Valakit el tudnék viselni, de magam lennék, hogy szedjenek itt a labdákat, tehát ez olyan luxus, amit úgy látszik, nem tudunk most megengedni. Viszont adom az újabb gólpaszt. Ez sem jó, egy kis tapsolja, nem lehet visszatni a gólát. Egyre közelebb jár. 14 másodperc, gyorsan. Mindent beadva. Mozdulj, nem jó volt. 4 másodperc, az utolsó megdobás, órakán érte. Semmi gond, nagyon jó próbálkozások voltak, a tapsot te is mindenképp megérdemled. Egy nagy pacsit kérek tőled. Akkor majd pacsitok magammal, nagyon jó, csak megkaptam végül. Hölgyeim és uraim, lesz még játékunk a mai nap folyamán, és rengeteg jó mérkőzéssel várjuk Önöket, valamint számtalan ajándékkal, amit szeretnénk kiosztani, legyenek bátrak, jelentkezzenek, és vigyenek haza tőlük annyi ajándéktárgyat, amennyit csak tudnak. Visszavezünk közben a hölgyek mezőnyéhez. Németország és Lengyelország találkozó következik nagyon hamarosan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go back to the women's competition. Germany against Poland in just a few minutes.
And we are back. Third quarterfinals in the women's bracket. It's going to be Germany against Poland. It's going to be an interesting matchup as Poland has some weapons they can utilize to take down Team Dutchland. Don't take those weapons for granted. And the first weapon that you could use, you have big clocks that you see, but you'll see her name from the back. Close cut, number one, 26 points after 4 games of full action. She's been real good, really, really good. And big clock, not to be taken for granted either. 14 points, the inside presence to complete the sweet outside shooting from close cut. But Team Poland is a very balanced squad. You have what I call the glue girls, Natalia Shalupka and Alexandra Stasilovic, doing it all, playing tough defense, driving hard to the cup, and making their presence felt on the offensive board. But when you think of Team Germany, it's impossible not to mention Rauer, not to mention Illich, two ladies with a nice skill set, but complete is what could describe this Team Germany. Hubert and Soltau do all those little things that make Team Germany so successful and that kept Germany undefeated. As we see the shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, no, unfortunately, for Illich missing the lay. Chalupka getting blocked. Soltau making her length felt early. Nice lob pass to Kupitz. And the first bucket with the lay call. It's going to be an and one. Yes, bucket didn't count or didn't go in. Did my eye betray me? It might have. It's only a 1-0 lead. Rauer with a nice block. Shalupka didn't get past. Lisanne Rauer, long arm. Maria Ilic, seventh scorer after full action with 22 points in 4 games. And Kupets tried to double down, but she won't. Ilic, smart play, the recognition that her opponent had control of the ball, so she had to clear the zone. And that's a nice pass, but unfortunately for our trying to go with the right hand on the left-hand side, the angle was tough. Good defense, extra pass for the shooter. No, close cut. Try to get the offensive board unsuccessfully, and the nice one-handed lob. Rauer gets it done. Rauer has been spectacular, establishing position early in the paint. Did not matter who was guarding her. She kept everybody in her back, providing Illich and her teammates many, many good opportunities for a lob pass and an easy basket. Germany up 2 early. Illich with the mid-range, a bit flat. The clock. Missing twice against a much smaller Illich. Good thing Chalupka with the good hands gives possession back, and Soltau said, look, Big Lock, you're going to have to be much tougher down low if you want to get one past me. Big Lock frustrated, understandably. Tao to the left, spinning back, try to finish with the right, and the push in the back from Viklock. Tough beginning of the game for Victoria Viklock. Both teams having a whole lot of good ideas, but the execution is way too poor to get it done. And Soltao, Viklock's worst nightmare so far in this game. She will not allow her to get a clean look, not even a decent shot attempt. The defense, Deutsche Qualitat right now. Shalupka, nice, extra pass. And once again, with a third block, Soltao. Not having any of it. Good thing Stasilovic says, look, that's enough, guys. That's enough. Upets, short. Soltao gets the friendly roll off the glass. Kloska misses, and Rauer once again with the seal gets it done. Another bucket. You got to show that in all 3x3 academies, guys. These are the details that make your team successful. That's how Team Netherlands won the gold at the Olympics in the men's bracket. That's how so many successful teams make the difference to get those wins. Nice court awareness, but you can't miss that. Uput. Followed by Soltao. Shalupka. One of the few bright spots for Team Poland early in this game. Soltao. Barbecue chicken down low against Kloska. Germany dominating in the paint. Silovitz tries to help out. But if Poland wants to get away from Germany, they're going to need much better performance from Viklock and Kloska. Bauer missing once, going twice. That's going to be delay of game warning against Germany. That's going to be the first TV timeout. The game was just unstopped. No foul calls and a lot of missed shots. So let's be honest, that's not the best that neither team has played so far in this tournament. A whole lot of missed baskets close to the basket, in the paint from Rauer, Soltao and company. But Germany is up 4. Viklock still can't get any love. Rauer, great steal once again. And Shalupka, a bit too passive defensively, just staying in front. It's not going to be a good look for Poland. Viklock finally gets one to go. She had the favorable mismatch against Illich. Rauer doing all the dirty work. The offensive board, the screening, the sealing, but that's an offensive foul though. Dirty work does not mean that you can take people out illegally. That's an illegal takedown right there. Germany managed to finish undefeated in the group of death. Upets won't get the call and clearly won't get the basket either. Viklock, that's going to be a 3-second call. Can't play with your back to the basket for so long. Germany had Spain and France in the group, along with Hungary. Very solid team. They managed to just get away with the close ones. Soltao, that's a bad miss right there. Nowhere near the basket. It's going to be ball given to Poland as the jump ball always gives the possession back to the defense. Shaluka on the whoa! You cannot miss that. Illich. Luckily for Poland, that's not capitalized. But Soltao fixed up her outside shooting touch after an ugly miss. That's a pretty make right there. And Vasilovitz gets the bucket. That's a bad pass from Soltao. Unforced turnover right there. But the missed layup from Shalupka, costly. Because not only do you miss the layup, but after that, you give up a wide open two. Germany won its first game against France, 2018 in overtime. And then Germany beat Spain 12-11, which was pretty much the game to clinch first place in the group of death. Illich, nice dime, extra pass. Great basketball IQ by Upets, who had a good shot, but wanted to give the best shot. Kloska coming to life. Illich with the response. Can't feel good about yourself. Illich is trying to go straight to the heart with this dagger. Wicklock coming alive. Illich off balance, right over the long hands and arms of Wicklock. Keeps Germany comfortably in the lead. German boys who are going to have a very tough matchup against Spain in the quarterfinals. That's another one you don't want to miss. Illich all the way, but like Shaluka misses what seemed to be an easy lay. That's very unfortunate for Team Germany, who could have doubled down on the lead. And who else but Rauer with yet another seal and yet another bucket. Dynamic duo, Rauer Illich, once again keeping Germany at the top. Soltao tries to find an angle she won't be able to find. Great defense by Stasilovic. Lovska off the mark. Time is of the essence. Rauer tries to sneak one past. The defense was a little bit rushed, to be honest. Not the best shooting selection, but I tell you what, the defense right after this, even though she will get called for the foul on the second one, or will she? Going to be a travel call? I didn't catch what the referee whistled, to be honest, so I'm going to find out right after this timeout. Ball given back to Germany, which means no foul call. Soltao, elbow action. She goes straight to the bucket, right over big clock. 7-point lead, and that's going to be a travel. Silovitz and Poland on the verge of getting knocked out of the tournament. Team Germany looking good. Illich through contact. Great finish. And another turnover. This game is cooked. There is no way Germany is going to let go of this lead. Any attempt from Poland is going to be too little too late now. Clock playing in favor of Team Dutchland. Illich, long range. Goodbye. Thank you very much. 10-point lead. She's killing it. She's ill with it. Maria Illich putting the finishing touches on yet another Germany win. Rupets going baseline and getting denied. 15 foul against Poland. Foul. Finish right. Ball given back to Germany. Bauer gets dispossessed of the ball. Shalupka hesitating. Vikla missing another close one. Soltao almost turned it over. We are in the last seconds of this game. Silovitz makes it, and Germany is not even going to attempt the last shot. Welcome to the semifinal party, Germany, and they're going to be waiting to see who they match up with. Is it going to be Team Japan or Team Mexico? We're going to find out in just a few minutes. First, we got some highlights. One more quarterfinals in the women's bracket, and we'll be all set for the semifinals. Japan and Mexico will battle for the last spot in the Final Four. I tell you what, though, Team Mexico, a nice competitor, a team that surprised a lot of people for the first time. They're at this level of competition. But unfortunately for them, they are meeting up with no other than Team Japan, the reigning bronze medalist at the U18 World Cup. And let me tell you something, Team Japan looked impressive. Let me say it again, impressive. They came out unscathed from Pool C action. Team Japan undefeated 3-0 after beating India 21-12 and beating Kyrgyzstan 21-3. They battled with China for top seed in the group, and they didn't battle too long. They walked away with a 21-13 victory. They're relentless. The pace, attack, the shoot. They're scrappy defensively. They always do it with a smile, especially with Imeka Hasone. But Team Mexico is a team that competed hard with Ukraine, was close to finishing top seed in the group. They lost 18-14 against Ukraine. Nice battle. So obviously they don't have the same firepower than most teams in this competition, but Ferio Lavales has showed out 15 points in 3 games for her personally. Very good effort. And Vela Prieto not far behind with 10. So Team Mexico with also Grecia Martinez Gudinho, who's very aggressive and relentless, attacking the closeouts and trying to get close to the basket with 9 points to her personal count. You need to watch out. If Mexico gets in a rhythm and starts shooting that thing, because Cynthia Espinoza Trejo is also an impact player, 7 points for her in full play. Very balanced team, very interesting squad. Not big, they shoot and they compete. Team Japan, on the other hand, with Kanon Suzuki, who is a top 8 scoring wise in the competition before the quarterfinals. Suzuki 22 points in 3 games. You also have Higashi with 17 after 3 games of action, and Yuna Abe with 16 right behind. So if you talk about complete, obviously Japan is just that. Imekasone, not the one that you're going to be looking for to get buckets and scoring, but she is absolutely relentless defensively. She will harass the ball handler. She's going to get a whole lot of possessions back for Team Japan. So we're going to find out who will join the semifinals and meet up against Germany in just a few moments. Mohamed Yahya and Ashley Goody are referee combo for the last quarterfinal in the women's bracket. Tell us who you got. Are you Team Mexico or are you Team Japan?
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Japan undefeated 3 victories, 63 points scored overall, and from 2 days, we have seen Mexico 3 days, 2 victories, 40 points scored. Exciting contest. This game's winner is going to play against Germany in the semifinal.
All right, check ball. Japan with the first possession. Good defense. Twice. There is no allowing Yuna Abe access to the paint. Can Team Mexico find some efficiency from a distance? Can they make this Japanese squad, who's played with such great pace and rhythm and confidence so far in this competition, can they make them doubt? Uh-oh, miscommunication defensively, wide open look. Garcia Martinez Cubino puts Mexico on the scoreboard. Right after, you gotta pay attention. You gotta be focused defensively. Sakikashi is not gonna be begged to drive that baseline. And Cubino will have a free throw. Martinez Gudinho misses. That's going to be a travel. Trying to get away too fast. Yuna Abe. One too many steps. That was just too hard. Nice. Great fundamentals through the post-up action. Kenon Suzuki. Putting on display the footwork and body control. Turnover from Mexico and Japan. Gets the ball back all the way, but Suzuki went a bit too fast for her own good. Cut was a good idea, but the pass was right on her teammate. She needed to lead her teammate forward a little bit. Mid-range special. This time it's a no-go. Nice drive. Yuna Abe draws the foul. Nice. Kanon Suzuki keeps up with the good work. Suzuki, I remind you, top 8 in the scoring list in this competition before the quarterfinals. She's been Japan's most consistent threat. And Japan going back to what made them successful in full play. With great defensive ball pressure. Very active. That's an open look. A bit short, but that's a good shot. That's another good one. She was left wide open. The defense made the decision to go under. If you get that wide open, you got to get the ball at least on the rim to give your team a chance to get that offensive rebound. Garcia Martinez Godinho with the air ball. Munabe missing once, missing twice. Gets the ball back. Another one, still short. Imekasone needs to put more hips. 0 for 2 for her personally from long range. Told you she's not going to be the main points provider, but look at the defense. That's what she does that helps so much this Japanese squad. That's an N1. Good take. Calaferio Lavales. Reappease. Man, challenge. Good defense. Locked down. Martinez Godinho taking care of business. And on the other end, Ferio Lavales missing twice. That's a pity. And Imekasone said, look, what you did to me, I'm going to do to you. First TV timeout. Both teams struggling offensively. Japan has the upper hand on paper in this matchup. So far, Mexican ladies managed to respond to the intensity level. Team Japan defensively, they got a few stops of their own. Play tough. Neither team has attempted outside of Japan with Imekasone a whole lot of two-point shots. Great bounce pass. And the finish. This time around, Ferio Lavales gets it done. I'm a bit surprised that there's no call here, as she got tripped on her way to the basket. And Martinez Godinho with the tough finish. Mexico up 2. And with the ball, you got to take it. Put some legs into it. That's unfortunate. All the way to the cup. Great footwork and composure, but I was expecting Karen Suzuki to kick it out to Saki Higashi. She decided to keep the ball. 4 seconds, going to have to shoot it. Great defense. That's going to be a travel, I think. Or is it going to be a foul call? Which one is it? Travel or foul? Travel. So I saw it right. Defense from Imekasone. Getting called for excess bumping. Nice attack off that closeout, but this time around, Imekasone read the trajectory. Beep, beep. No, no. Trying to speed up past Ferio Lavales. And Ferio Lavales has been key to Mexico's success so far in this game on both ends of the basketball. Oh for 3, still short. Imekasone needs to give more elevation to those shots. She's on target. She's short. That's a good shot. but still short. ISO mode. And that's a tough hit. Turnaround jumper. Cynthia Espinosa Trejo gets driven on too easily, though. So Japan making up for that basket quick. Kano Suzuki with the bucket. Mikasone short once again. Denied change of pace. Taking everybody out. Ana Karen Velo Prieta. Mikasone draws the foul. Drive baseline. Next free throw. Still up 2, and that's a silly turnover. If the ball is denied, if your teammate can't get open easily, probably should take the option of dribbling it out yourself. Good head fake right there, but so short every time. That's better. Bringing it a little bit closer. Ime Casone with her second point of the game. Now, Mexico is struggling offensively as Japan could have and should have tied this game to 7 apiece with this left-hand layup from Saki Higashi. Lucky break for Team Mexico. Oh, Ime Casone put in the dryer, extra dry cycle. Quick bucket to respond. Ariola Valles, post-up action. Good read defensively. Higashi testing properly. Second TV timeout. Obviously, we got a very low-scoring game, and would have expected Mexico to struggle offensively a little bit, but I wasn't expecting Team Japan, who's averaged 21 points in their first 3 games, to struggle that much. And you got to give credit to the Mexican defense. Obviously, they're scrappy and they fight. But also, Japan has not moved the ball as much as we've seen them move it in the first 3 games of their competition. We also see a whole lot of good opportunities, but shooting short. And Ime Casone fighting over the screen, drawing the foul, and smiling and laughing as she does since the beginning of this tournament. I mean, her energy is always so positive. Nice. Great execution on the play. Kano Suzuki fed. And Suzuki with the great post work. And Japan will take control back of this game. And obviously, they can count on Kano Suzuki to get the work done down low anytime she's matched up with someone with similar size or shorter height. She's just going to work. Cookies. Martinez Gudinho got her cookies taken away from her. Yuna Abe, the cookie monster. Ball back. Team Japan, good defense. The ball deflected And another turnover that is costly, especially when you got no other than Zoom Kanon Suzuki attacking you off that closeout. She's been so good. Out of the 22 points that she scored in the first 3 games, 14 came from inside the paint. Catch my drift? Mexico with the shot. 2 tight things to 10 apiece. Tough rebound and even tougher finish from Tello Lavales. And the air ball. Please shut the windows. Yunabe. Shot up an airplane. No contact with the rim. And now Mexico with the pass that could have given an opportunity to Cynthia Espinosa Trejo to tie things to 10 apiece. We don't have an offensive fest, but we have a nice game. We're talking about a spot in the semifinals. It's already history for Team Mexico to be in the top 8 of the competition at the World Cup. But imagine making it to the semi. Timeout requested by Mexico. Check ball. What will Japan come up with out of the timeout? And the good composure. The skill set on these Japanese ladies when it comes down to finishing close to the paint has been key. Himekasone caught by patrol. Excess slapping was the call. There you go, right there. No teams close to the bonus yet. Earned back on the missed free throw by Mexico. The snatch back. That was a nice move. Mikasone all the way. Mikasone ready to bring an impactful effort in this quarterfinal. The last scorer for Team Japan after pull action, and that's a beautiful dime right through traffic, but the good recovery defensively from Ana Karen Vela Prieto. That could have been the backbreaker right there. They need to score and they need to stop. The steal will get the job done for Japan. There's not going to be enough time for Team Mexico to make up the gap. And Ime Kasone with the huge bucket. The turnover that seals the deal. Mexico still has 2 fouls to give, but that's going to be too little too late. 23 seconds. A very smart Japanese team is going to take care of the ball, give and go, the foul. Good execution right there. Only one free throw, but not enough time for Mexico to come up with a miracle. Particularly when Kanon Suzuki knocks down the free throw. Another block. This is over. Japan, congratulations. They'll match up with Germany. It's going to be an interesting game, I tell you that. Mexico had a great tournament. They came up short in the quarterfinals. You still got to give the Mexican ladies props for getting there. Here you have it. The semifinal bracket set. China against the United States and Germany against Japan. Who will get the gold? Who will come up short but still get the silver? And who gets to walk away with the medal and the bronze? We're going to find that out later on today. But before, we need to see what's going on with the third quarterfinal in the men's bracket between Latvia and Ukraine. It's going to be quite the exciting game. Got a lot to say about this game. I'm going to move on to the team introductions right away. Team Latvia, top seed out of Pool B, 3-0 record. They escaped elimination after beating Estonia, beating Estonia 13-12, a game that Estonia had under control. A big, good dynamic going on, and surely Latvia managed to take this game away from Estonia, and then with the confidence built up through that win, they cleaned up the plate against Croatia, winning 21-13, 3-0 record, no questions asked. Now they're going to be matched up with a very dangerous Ukraine squad. Ukraine beat Kyrgyzstan 21-6. And then they lost against Slovenia 21-19, a game that could have gone either way. Ukraine was on the wrong end of it, but they battled France, knowing that they were in as bad of a position as you can be in. Led 2014 late in the game and stealing the game away 21-20. That was one of the most exciting finish that we've had in this whole competition. Ukraine in the group of death. France, Ukraine, and Slovenia all together. Slovenia defending bronze medalist, and France defending silver medalist. France made it to the semis. Can Ukraine do the same? And as we watch the boys warm up right before this game starts, it's impossible when you talk about Latvia not to mention number 6, Alex Simpsons. Simpsons has been shooting the lights out. He's had 21 in his first 3 games of the competition, putting him at number 12 in the competition in the men's bracket. But he's hit 8 2-pointers. You heard me, 8. And just as I mentioned his name, this is number 9, Simpsons. Just keeps cooking. The stove is hot, and he will keep coming at you. But as I was about to say, there's going to be a battle against Ukraine's shooters. As you see, another pass, well executed, and back-to-back daggers for Bogdan Malish. Malish, who's also shot that thing spectacularly so far in this competition. We have a great matchup on our hands. Ukraine up 1. Latvia recovering the ball. Nice. The Knicks also performing quite well. 16 points for him after pool action in 3 games. Samsons rushed this one. Foul drawn. That's a good take from Maxim Krischuk. There's a man, Yehor Sushkin. You better keep an eye out for this kid. 26 points in 3 games. Number 2 for Ukraine. Sushkin with the game winner against France. Sushkin with 26 points so far in this tournament, putting him at number 7 in the event. Sushkin, nice drive baseline, using the rim as protection, and keeps Ukraine up 2. Samsons taken down. First team foul against Ukraine. Bogdan Malish, that you saw go back-to-back daggers to start the game up for Ukraine. 19 points in this competition so far. Ukraine can count on the spectacular duo. Foul drawn against Bogdan Malish. Gustav's Araj forced his drive a little bit, did not have many options, but his resilience got him this free throw. That's another open look. A little bit short, even though it was right on target. Samsons off the mark. Right now, Ukraine is doing a very good job keeping him away from comfort. Malish, tough shot, and this is going to be strong foul. I tell you, if you got a foul, you better make sure that there is no N1 to be given. Samsons managed to find enough space on the first offensive possession. Yeah, give a shout out to the camera. Sushkin with the free throw. But after this initial bucket, Samsons has been guarded up tight. Ukraine maintains a 2-point advantage. Latvia in the hunt, and opening up too much is going to get you in trouble. That's too easy. Peterniks gets the bucket. Malish, long range. Ukraine just being up. Good hands. Be the first TV timeout. Latvia will keep possession of the ball with only 1 second left on the 12-second shot clock. They need to come up with something magical out of the timeout to get a bucket. Coming off the timeout. Almost got it done. Back. Nice forward. Beautiful move. The fake, the finish. Maxim Christu. Rain back up too. Screen. Yinters. Yep. Can't screen with two hands in the back of your opponent. That's a big topic of discussion with my players, I'll tell you that. And attacking. Sushkin, mid-range special. He gets no love with the rim. Good contest. There's no securing the defensive board. Bogdan Bur did a really good job making sure that Gustavs Araj would not get a clean look. But after this, Yintas stayed with it. Got the offensive board. Yinters gets his own miss. Simpsons taking a bad shot. I wouldn't mind him taking that shot if he already made 2 or 3 shots, but right off the offensive board with a new clock. Probably better to work the ball around a little. Burr almost got dispossessed. And great defense by Latvia. Samsons with very active hands. Almost came up with it, but he forced the turnover. So even though he's not going to have a steal on the stat line, it feels like a steal. Good backdoor cut. Samsons got Malish slipping. Fourth team foul against Latvia. Both teams even. Still has some way to go before foul trouble. Pushkin, Euro stepping and drawing the foul. Pushkin knocks down the free throw. Latvia can't seem to make up that 2-point gap. They trade baskets, and this is a bad miss. That's unfortunate for Martin Spitternetz. Malish drives and kicks. Good fake. No. Pushkin with the board. Pushkin draws the foul. There's going to be a warning for behavior. Gustav's Araj frustrated with a call that looks pretty obvious on the replay. Can't drop the hammer. Not expect for the referee to see it. 16th foul against Latvia. Sushkin. Feel good. For the first time, 3-point advantage. The good block. Maxim Khristyuk. And Khristyuk steps out of bounds, unfortunately for Ukraine. Good defense. Once again, Winters almost had that offensive board. Ball down low. Burr. ISO work. Great full work. Samsons needs to toughen up down low. Bogdan Burr gives Ukraine a 4-point advantage. Moving screen, obvious call. Martin Spitternetz. Yehor Sushkin draws the foul. Latvia needs to refocus defensively instead of complaining about the calls. I see a lot of frustration from Gustav Zaraj. Latvia is far from out of position. We're still in the hunt, and there's a whole lot of time left on the clock. 2 free throws coming up for Sushkin. Two, just for you. Ukraine, 6-point lead. Ball got blocked. Didn't it? Yes, it did. We have to shoot it. Not gonna be quick enough, unfortunately, for Latvia. You gotta keep awareness of the 12 seconds. One less dribble. Hurry it up. Malish, baseline. Khristyuk tried to find an impossible angle. Good defense by Latvia. Very close to the second TV timeout in this game. Don't take. Good finish. Peter Nix. TV timeout. 5-point lead for Ukraine. Latvia's success is based on two main aspects. Number one, the outside shooting from 2-point land. That's obvious. That's cultural with Latvia. And right now, you have to give great credit to the Ukrainian defense, just harassing Samsons, even though they gave up one backdoor in the initial 2-point shot. Samsons has not been able to find anything since then. And every shot attempt from Gustav Zarash has been contested. Always a hand up, always putting pressure on them. So they haven't found rhythm, and that prevents them from coming back in this game so far. The second one is off-ball movement. They haven't come up with anything good enough that could get them back in this game. Malish, the young boy, coming off the handoff, left, right, elevation, bang, bang, 7-point advantage. Malish missing. Ukraine is not going to rush. Burr. Sweet finish. Samsons rushes this one up. Obviously, they need him to score. Sushkin. Sushkin with the shooter's touch. There's going to be the 9th team foul against Latvia. Gintas. Unfortunate outcome for him. Ukraine will have a pair of free throws to get them that much closer. When I mentioned to you the group of death with Ukraine, France, and Slovenia, you start to understand why. Right now, we're getting really close to have two teams from this group to be in the semifinals. Nine points advantage with 3 minutes to go. To the Knicks. Finally an open look. Ukraine cannot relax. Malish. That is pretty. Particularly when you got Christiuk there. They have his brother's back. With a less athletic style. The Knicks does the same thing for Samsons. And Malish knocks it down. Ukraine will play in the semi. Latvia came up short. Give all the credit to Team Ukraine. Germany against Spain, last quarterfinal in the men's bracket and last quarterfinal period in this last day of competition at the FIBA 3x3 U18 World Cup out in Debrecen. We are in the heart of Kusut Square, this venue that's welcomed the World Cup for the past 3 years in a row. Spain and Germany, tough matchup. Spain condemned to match up with Germany that early in the competition as they were in the same group as the United States. Somebody had to finish second, and Spain is the team that did. Now, Germany, the reigning world champ, playing great, gonna have to beat out a very skilled and athletic and talented Spanish squad. Don't go anywhere. Check ball in less than 5 minutes. I'll tell you all about what you need to know in just a few moments. All right, there you have it, the last quarterfinal in the men's bracket. And that's going to be very interesting because Team Germany in Pool C came off came out unscathed, but they had the easiest pool of the competition. And let's be very honest about it. They had Uzbekistan, Qatar, and Hungary, and Hungary fought their way back in the game against the United States in the quarterfinals, and they fought and they battled the way we expect them to do it at home against the favorite team, United States. We see the referees Yuri Lasar and Yun Su. But Team Germany has not been tested the way Team Spain has been tested. Spain had a very strong group with Brazil and the United States. Obviously, they also had Egypt and Morocco, but those two teams were a click under. And Spain gave the U.S. a run for their money. They lost 21-18 and propelled by the man leading the competition in scoring. You get Carrasco that you see right here, number 12 for Team Spain. This kid has been absolutely spectacular. Germany has some weapons of its own, particularly with this man called Dominici. Dominici, the lefty, with the sweet outside shooting and crafty, crafty moves around the basket. Gotsis has been an impactful player. He almost had the poster jam of the tournament. Probably one of the nastiest posters we ever had at the World Cup, but almost doesn't quite cut it. That's that. Germany will get tested. Spain, as I mentioned, is a team that could very well match up with the U.S. potentially in the final, unless the U.S. get upset. We shall see. The first bucket from Comabella and the first dunk from Johan Grau. I like the pace already. This could have been a semi. This could have been a final. Three of the best teams for sure with the United States, Spain, and Germany. And the sad part for one of these two teams, there can only be one. Somebody will go back home without a medal. Mobella starting the game off very aggressive. Olga Mobella, 2 points of his own. Nice. Daniel Beal did not shoot it so well in pool play. Shooting it well to start this game. Yuga Carrasco did not connect with the rim. 12-second shot clock violation. That's going to be a hanging foul. Yuga Carrasco. Gotsis. Gives it up. Bill. Heating up. 2 for 2 from long range. Mismatch city. Gotsis can't do nothing about that. And the basket is going to count. If you got a foul on the mismatch, you got to do it earlier, buddy. You got to do it much earlier. And Bill. Sweet shooting form. Oh. Basket does not count. Foul on the ground. All right. I stand corrected. Foul was early enough, Gotsis. My bad, baby. If you want to lob it against Grau, you're going to have to lob it much higher. Torres de la Torre with the turnover. From Nietzsche. Bully ball against Comabella. Not working out. Bella. Too fast, too furious. Cole Comabella with the third bucket. Only player for Team Spain with a point so far. Gotsis driving baseline, good patience and footwork. The beautiful finish. That's some skill for you. Tough kid. Bumps his way to the baseline. Then enough composure and patience to get his body away from a potential contest. You get Carrasco. Draws the foul. Did not get the N1. Germany with a 14th foul already. Carrasco with its first point of the game. Been well guarded so far. Team Germany is warned. He's leading the competition in scoring. As I mentioned, Gotsis missing. First open look. We'll get Carrasco off target. Paul Comabella. Two-man action with Ogunsuyi. Draws the 15th foul against Germany. That's a good look for Team Spain, even though right now they're trailing. They're getting closer and closer to bonus land. Look at Carrasco. Bumps his way to the cup. Tough bucket against Daniel Biel. What's this? Create space, but that's a tough shot. Very good defense. Torres de la Torre gives it up inside to Ogunsuyi. Barbecue chicken, Domnici. Can't do nothing about that. Ogunsuyi. Good contest. Domnici, back-to-back mismatches, close to the cup. Ogunsuyi, not strong enough. Draws the foul. And Abulele Ogunsuyi. Who's the second leading scorer for Team Spain in this competition so far. 9th in the competition, 23 points. Impact player, obviously. Nice pass. Oh yeah, Torres de la Torre. Lets his length speak for itself. And Spain back in the lead. Daniel Biel, give and go. Beautiful until Daniel Biel spoils dessert. That's unfortunate. I was ready to get hyped. TV timeout. Edward Comabella enabled Spain to stay afloat as Abulele Ogunsuyi and Uget Carrasco were warming up. So Comabella not playing on the first free. Foul on the dive from Grau. Germany in the bonus. And I mentioned it to you. They had this going for themselves. Their aggressiveness was rewarded. That gets them to take control of the game. Daniel Biel. Grau. Big body, big boy move. We get Carrasco. Strong size advantage. Domnici denied the block. Spain up 3. We get Carrasco. Try to find an angle that was quite hard to get. But he has arms like a condor. Super lengthy. And a whole lot of body contact at the hips. Grau needed to keep his hands up. That's the 18th foul. Germany in trouble. Good thing for the German. Ryugat Carrasco misses the free throw. 1-2. Biggest lead of the game for Spain. Very well executed right there. Human action with the two bigger bodies for Team Germany. And they need to revert to those kind of collaborations. They need to play the game with their brain. Obviously, they're in foul trouble and they're trailing, but there is 6 minutes left in this game. It's an eternity in 3x3. Good pass. Torres de la Torre. Almost steals it. Torres de la Torre and Uga Carrasco doing their own version of the two-man action. Back to a 4-point lead. Omnici. Sweet. Very smart play, going back door, but now the mismatch. Will not get denied. They're just too big. I told you guys. Don't sis. See you later. Quick first step. That's a matchup that's much better for Germany. Now gives it up to Omnici. No. I was hoping for a bucket here. See, Grau. Much better matchup. And Abulele Ogunsuyi will not bring down Johan Grau the way he can Dominici. So there was a flopping warning against Dominici from that last defensive possession when he was matched up with Mbulele Ogunsuyi. Dominici to the cup. Mabello. Misunderstanding. And just like that, Germany with the ball to pull within one or even potentially tie it. Gold sis. A lot of bumping. Foul on the ground, 14th foul for España. Wow. Not consistent with the full work. He elevated too early. He kind of lost his body balance. Nice backdoor. Look at Carrasco. Keeping up with the connection. Torres de la Torre, Carrasco going to work. Bad lob pass. I told you Germany is going to be tested for the real first time in this competition. The pool action, having Hungary as its biggest matchup, is not what the upper echelon looked like. That did not prepare them for an opposition against the likings of Team Spain. Even though they're still in this game. Look at Carrasco. That's a no-go. Germany has the talent and athleticism to compete with anybody. Grau needs to go harder. Ball will be earned back by España. Second TV timeout coming up. And once again, you have to get what I'm saying. There is no downplaying anybody's ability to compete. There is no shade thrown at anybody. All these teams deserve to be there, and they played hard, respected their jersey, made everybody home proud, and it was very entertaining to commentate all these games. But as an expert, let me tell you, I've been covering this event now for the past 3 years. And you understand what can make a difference with a run at a medal. And being tested early in the competition It's usually a good thing. And Nabulele Ogunsuyi, bang bang. With the slam. Yonichi, shooter's touch. Germany stays in it. And Nabulele Ogunsuyi, back to back jams. Jam. Oh, jam. Nichi pulls back. Short. That was a risky pass. Torres de la Torre pulls up. A good rebound. Yuga Carrasco. Well contested by Gotsis. This game can go either way. Please believe that even though Spain is up 3, Germany is still a good team. Very dangerous. Very capable. The reigning gold medalists. Tested. Goal to Mabella. Once again, with the speed. Probably had a foul to give. Was too late with it. Joan Grau. Too good. And Coco Mabella having a day with the cookies. He's going to go back at it. He's going to go back at it. Are you kidding me? Eduard Colcomabello. Wow. Kid is propelling Spain into the semi right now. Gotsis off target. Daniel Bill gets blocked. He goes back at it. Gets blocked again. And that could be game. Hugo Carrasco sends España to the semifinal. Muy bueno. Germany out it in a convincing way. Try to warn you guys. Try to warn you. Spain looking like a heavy favorite for a gold medal contention. Could meet up with the US in the final. Before that, they're going to have to meet up with Ukraine in the semi. And there you have it. The semifinals are set. Ukraine and Spain will battle for a spot at a gold medal game. United States and France in the other semifinals. Will the United States and Spain meet up again? We shall see. But it's very probable. China against the United States in the women's bracket. Germany against Japan. That's a nice setup right there. I'm looking forward to it. But before we get to that, we're going to go into a short break. The action starts again in less than 15 minutes. So don't go far. Do what you got to do. and we'll be back for some more 3x3 action.